hard thrower is why they brought him in. I mean, he's a guy who's got a fastball that most pitchers would love to have. I mean, he is going to be kind of a left-handed Severino.
I wouldn't call 30 old yet, maybe 32, 33, but 30 is, unless his arm just falls off from the super hard throwing.
A baseball player's prime is
but he's
generally
never even pitched 200 innings.
No, that I agree with. I mean, he's had issues with inflammation, and I read in a story, I think it was in the New York Times, or actually it might have been Wally Matthews in the Daily News, that he found they did some sort of allergy testing last year with him, and he thinks he has the inflammation problem solved. So obviously we won't know about that until this year. And like I just said, the only reason that he missed time last year was because he got hit by a comebacker. So he wound up sitting out 4 starts because he got drilled. So that happens. And if not for those 4 starts, chances are he's up around 190 innings.
Aaron, I got a question for you. CC Sabathia is no young chicken anymore, but he's still, I think, a leading pitcher for the Yankees. Is that someone you would get rid of based on the fact that he's old? It depends if he could still pitch, I guess.
It's different.
Last year, he
didn't have to give up Justice Sheffield to keep CC Sabathia.
That's a good point. I'm going to throw some names at you, though. Lucas Giolito. Does my brother? Do you know who Lucas Giolito is?
No.
All right.
No.
He is a guy. He was the number 1 prospect in baseball a couple of years ago. The Washington Nationals included him in the trade to the Chicago White Sox to get who was that center fielder who turned out to be a disaster because of injuries? I don't remember his name. But the number one prospect, not just the Nationals' number 1 prospect, the number 1 prospect in baseball. Killed me because I actually had him on my rotisserie team. He has been a disaster for the White Sox so far. Michael Kopech, who was in the trade that the Red Sox traded Kopech and Yoan Moncada to the White Sox for Chris Sale. Neither one of those guys has done anything to approach the kind of prospects. Moncada was a top 3 prospect in baseball.
Chris Sale is different than getting Paxton.
I understand what you're saying in terms of giving up those prospects, but I'm saying prospects are nice, and the promise that they bring is nice, but give me a guy who has already excelled in the major leagues if you can get him. And Paxton has done that. And I understand. I don't like giving up Justin Sheffield. I really wish he could have come up with the Yankees and become a star with the Yankees just like Luis Severino did. I love homegrown guys.
Paxton stretches over, whether it's 3-4 years, however long it lasts, and if the Yankees don't win a championship, you might find that Justice Sheffield has already won a Cy Young at 24, 25 years old.
Well, I mean, he's only 22 now. I don't know that he's necessarily going to have that big of a splash, but if he does, then you know what? It's all about you roll the dice, you take your chances. Look at what happened with the Yankees with Sonny Gray.
I don't think the Yankees are the type of team right now to have to roll the dice and take a chance. They should have kept going with this progressive movement of talented young people. And
but look what happened last year.
When it happened.
But Aaron, look what happened last year. They sort of hit a wall. They couldn't get past the Red Sox because Red Sox destroyed them, really. And that's the wall they're up to against right now.
The Red Sox didn't destroy them, but
they beat them up in the playoffs.
That series really showed that the missing piece for the Yankees is elite starting pitching. The Yankees have good starting pitching. They don't have elite starting. And neither as far as I'm concerned, neither do the Red Sox. But who? Besides Patrick Corbin, who?
That would have been great.
But Patrick Corbin, one pitcher is not going to solve what ails the Yankees. They need another pitcher. That's why they made the trade for Paxton.
How old's Corbin? Do you guys know?
I don't know. Check that out. Check out Patrick Corbin. COBR. I think he's 29.
Oh, yeah, that's a little. I was
think.
going to say wait a few years till the other guys blossom, but that's a little.
But like I said, Chris, to me, the move that the Yankees need to make next year, and I'm already thinking ahead, is they need to get Chris Sale, no matter what it takes. Because not only does it help the Yankees, and I'm going to preface this now. This all depends on whether or not Chris Sale's shoulder is good this year because obviously in 2018 he had shoulder issues. If he has them again in 2019, all bets are off, and I cancel this. But if the Yankees can get Chris Sale to replace CC Sabathia, who's already said this is going to be his last year, you not only hurt the Red Sox deeply, but you improve your own team, and that's a win-win.
By the way,
Corbin, how about
Corbin, 29, born
29,
July 19th, 1989,
and he's a New York guy too. So he wants to come to the Yankees, whether or not.
Now that you have Paxton, now you have to get Corbin.
Well, my only concern there is the Yankees getting two left-handed.
But he
heavy.
turns 30 in the middle of the year, so he's old in your book.
Yeah, it's already too late. You're already
okay.
But you're
kind of.
If you want Corbin, you're investing 5 years and $100 million minimum, probably more than that.
So.
And that's the thing that I worry
fine.
about. But the thing I worry about Corbin is he's a guy who's basically had one good year in the major leagues. That's my concern with him. I love the guy. I think he's another guy like Paxton. He throws hard. He and like I said, he is a New York guy. He's from upstate New York who wants to be a Yankee, and that's a big thing because like I was just talking about with Sonny Gray, who again a haul of prospects to pick up Sonny Gray, and he winds up he can't handle New York. He's one of those guys who he was very good on the road last season, but he was terrible at Yankee Stadium. He's got Ed Whitson disease, so. The Yankees are going to have to trade him. That's where the salary comes in because Paxton is arbitration eligible. He's projected to make $9 million this year, which is what Sonny Gray was projected. So the salaries there are going to be a wash because Sonny Gray will be traded. It's not a matter of if he will be traded.
Sonny Gray.
There's actually a few teams that are interested because his peripherals are the same as they were when he was successful in Oakland. His velocity is the same. He just for whatever reason couldn't pitch in Yankee Stadium. Last year on the road, his ERA on the road was 3.17. At Yankee Stadium, it was something like 6.5. So he could not pitch at Yankee Stadium. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, he couldn't. So teams are looking at him as a buy low kind of guy. But if you can get, there's already. I know Cincinnati is very interested. I know Oakland is very interested to bring him back. There's probably at least a couple of other teams that are. I wouldn't be surprised if San Diego was interested, and they have a great system. If the Yankees can get one pretty good prospect back for Sonny Gray, I'd be thrilled. But they already gave 3 prospects away to get him.
I don't know if they're going to get one good one.
Nice. If they can get somebody who is, let's put it this way, San Diego's got a great system. If they can get a number 5 prospect in the San Diego system, I'd be thrilled.
Sure.
So,
well, thanks.
Like I said, Aaron Paxton, be patient. I think I like him as he's like a if Severino's your number 1, then Paxton is a 1A.
Well, hold on, because now we're saying that Severino's a number 1, and I don't agree with that at all right now.
I don't know who the number 1 is for the Yankees.
They don't have one.
No, they do. Severino.
They're both number 2s.
Severino's a young guy. He's 23, 24. You got to let him grow into the role.
Of the year, and he's going to be a number 1. He just has to fix whatever happened. First
half of the year, he was untouchable.
Oh yeah.
He won 14 games before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's pretty good.
It's really
pretty good, Aaron. And he's young.
I agree. For the first half, I don't know what happened the second half.
Second half, things happen. He's not going to win 30 games. It doesn't happen like that anymore.
He's not Denny McClain. Aaron, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for listening.
Take care.
Take care, man. Bye-bye.
All right, take care, Aaron.
Aaron from Holbrook, thanks for calling in. 516-572-7440. If you have any comments or questions about the world of sports, we're talking the Yankees right now. We will be talking about the Mets in a second. We already talked about the Giants and the Jets, but maybe you want to talk about that. Anyway, by the way, Corbin stats are 56 and 54 career.
Look at last year. Don't look at his career
11
numbers.
and 7. That's not.
Look at his ERA. Look at his strikeouts.
15.
Yeah, that's a good ERA these days.
It is. Okay.
And look at his strikeouts.
Strikeouts
and how many innings pitched.
Let's see. Where are the strikeouts on this?
Ks. Look for Ks or
No,
SO.
SO.
Should be 200 something.
I don't see it here. We'll look it up. Oh, yeah, it's SO.
Yes,
246.
Yeah, that's a lot of strikeouts.
Okay, I'm not saying.
How many innings? Talking to the microphone.
I am talking into the microphone. I'm looking at the screen at the same time. Innings. What is innings?
IP.
Oh, IP. Okay.
IP.
200.
Yeah, so 246 strikeouts in 200 innings.
Okay, what's WHIP mean?
That's walks plus hits divided by innings pitched. If it's around 1.10, that's outstanding.
1.05.
Oh, it's better than outstanding.
Okay.
He was, like I said, he was very good last year. He was close to exceptional last year. The problem, he had some DeGrom problems. There's some DeGrom issues with the Diamondbacks not scoring a lot of runs for him. Otherwise, he probably should have won 18 games last year, minimum. But he is a guy who is just coming into his own, but he's done it one season. That's the only thing that makes me nervous.
Right.
You know, was last season an aberration, or was it the first step in him becoming a perennial all-star for the next 4, 5, 6 years? And that's what the Yankees are trying to figure out. Like I said, the guy wants to come to New York. He grew up a Yankees fan. He grew up in upstate. I forget where does it say he grew up? Where was he born? Somewhere upstate New York, like Elmira or someplace. Clay, which I don't even know where that is. If anybody knows where Clay is, feel free to call in.
Clay.
But he is a guy who wants to be in the Bronx, and I don't think that the Yankees should underestimate that from anybody. Who, especially pitchers, because the pitchers, it's so much more of a mental game with pitchers than it is with hitters. The other issue that the Yankees are dealing with is what started as whispers are now becoming kind of, let's say, full-throated conversations that the possibility does exist that Giancarlo Stanton could be traded. And what kind of haul would the Yankees get back? I question what they would get back.
Why would you trade him?
Because they're thinking about signing Bryce Harper.
Would you rather have Bryce Harper or would you rather have Stanton?
Me personally, it's hard to say because Stanton kind of got exposed last year as he really can't play defense. But Bryce Harper's not a very good defensive outfielder either. So do you... The good thing about Harper is even though his average wasn't good last year, he batted about 240 or 250 last year, and that was with a surge at the end of the season. But he walks a lot. His on-base percentage last year was about 390 or 395, which is an elite on-base percentage these days. So even if he's not getting hits, he's getting walks, he's getting on base, and he keeps that line moving, as the Yankees like to say. So would he fit in better? Plus, as a left-handed bat, the Yankees are very righty dominant with Sanchez, with Judge.
How does Stanton fit in with the rest of the team?
He got along with guys great last year. He was great with the media last year. I thought from that standpoint, I thought he fit in even better than I expected.
Have him shag 100 more balls a day, and
it doesn't always work that way, bro.
We're going to take a break right now. You're listening to From the Press Box right here on 90.3 WHPC. The voice of Nassau Community College, streaming on the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, and, of course, at nccradio.org.
All hit music.
For all those songs radio has forgotten about, join me, Big Ed, Mondays from 10 a.m. till noon for The Good Gold Show. We'll bring back all the great hits of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and more. The sounds of doo-wop to disco, all the Motown, soul, and great rock and roll. We'll even take your requests and dedications to The Good Gold Show.
Music.
On the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, and streaming on the iHeartRadio app.
It's now easier to listen to the voice of Nassau Community College on your phone.
Stay connected to your favorite radio station anywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
Never miss shows like the Nassau Morning Madhouse, It's Saucy, or the Radio Rumble Again.
Streaming 24/7, 365. Listen to WHPC everywhere.
iHeartRadio is radio and unlimited music all in one app.
Listen live now in the iHeartRadio app and at iHeartRadio.com.
Just search for 90.3 WHPC.
This is Rabbi Pearl. What's happening? I can't take it anymore. Sunday morning, I wake up early to host Jewish Talk at 8:30 a.m., a program that speaks in English but thinks in Yiddish. On the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC, and streaming live on the iHeartRadio app.
.3 WHPC from the Press Box, part of the WHPC Sports Talk family. Mondays at 5 p.m., Tuesdays at 5 p.m., Thursdays at 9 p.m., Fridays at 3 p.m., and, of course, we're here at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Monday. I'm Rob Leonard. He's Tim Leonard. And if you have a comment or question, give us a call, 572-7440. We should say that across the street from here at the college, the Islanders this coming Saturday return to where they belonged and never really should have left.
Let's hope they return triumphantly.
Well, the Islanders have had a weird thing, brother, because